All right, so let's continue with the tidying up before I get into the greps. Actually, I just want to talk to a couple things here. Let's first look at our pages. Right now, our page number is starting on page 1. So if I get to my table of contents, I can see that page 3 is my, I'm just going to go ahead and turn off the guides, the baseline grid here. My table of contents starts at page 3. And actually, you know what? Let's start our page numbers here. And then you can see that I have a page number sitting over top here. I'm going to, I'm just going to grab this and I'm going to shift command until I can grab just this one box, which is my header box. Now, yeah, I can go ahead and there we go. Let's get rid of that. I can create a none parent on top of that, but I lose my grid in doing so unless I wanted to create a secondary parent that doesn't have the folio. That's an option. In this case, and again, I'm just going to do some quick tweaking while I've got my grid open here. And what I want to do is actually start this on page 3. So you can see this little arrow, and if I zoom in here, you can see what I'm talking about. This little arrow that's pointing to page 1. I'm going to click on this and I'm going to right click, and I can also go into the contextual pull down menu. Either works, number and section options. And this is where I'm going to actually define where my page is going to start. So page numbering 1, it's going to start there. Now, you're going to get an error as soon as you say this because InDesign's going to go, wait a minute, I already have a page 1. So if you're thinking a chapter book or you're thinking some sort of textbook, oftentimes chapter 1 will start after the preferences or in chapter 1. However, you may see a numerical or a Roman numeral start for the book, and that's often the case. So I'm going to start this from page 1, and it's going to give me this error and it says, hey, wait a minute, I already have a page 1. That's okay. It's going to start this here. I've gone ahead and deleted the folios from my cover and my inside cover, which is the ad. And now my page 3 actually opens up and starts as my page 1. And that's exactly what I wanted. So that covers my pages, and making sure that I've tidied up that. I might have a look at the back cover and just make sure that, and again, I'm creating text on my inside back cover. Not ideal. We're just kind of mocking that up. And I just want to make sure that there it is here as well. Shift command is going to do that override that I want to get rid of that page. You'll notice that on my pages here, I created just a gradient feather just to give the logos and text a little bit of support. I did that in a couple instances. I did this on the ad here for Mech, and I did it on the cover. Again, so just looking for that level of support to be able to help my text pop a little bit more will help give you some sort of structure to your layout. I think that's the 3 elements that I wanted to cover in this quick video. And then again, I'm looking at my positioning inside my margins and using those appropriately. And don't forget to save your document. I might add in my parent as well. Maybe I can go ahead and add in a line above here. I'm going to do this just strictly because my parent page is a fixed page. I'm going to keep it as a solid. I'm going to make this, let's make this a 0.5 point, and the color of it, let's make it the same yellow as we are working with. And then I will just simply hold my Option or Alt and delete that. Hold my Shift as well to maintain its positioning. And then when I look at my pages here, this should flow just on these pages here. There we go. Just giving a little bit of support. I can pull that down a little bit. It's looking a little tight in some places. These this text box, or these lines above and below, are just that. They are not actually a paragraph style. Oh, actually, I did make it as a paragraph style. Let's go ahead and edit that, and this is the rule above. Let's drop that down to 1/2 point as well. And rule above, let's go to 1/2 point. Let's shift this off. I'm not sure that that's holding enough. Maybe a 1 point to give it a little bit of support and visibility. We want it to stand out a little bit more. I don't know, play around. Maybe you want the balancing of the weights. But that's an idea, right? So these are the fine tuning that you might find that you want to add to your piece. I'm going to drop it down just slightly. I just find it a little bit high on these editorial pages, and that's better. Good. And it's popping in here. I don't want here as well. And again, Shift Command clicking on the line to remove that line. Good. And now I have my text in place. We're good to go. I'm going to save that. Next video, I will get into graphic.